Greetings, geeks and nerds. I'm Lady Universe and White Nerdy. And things aren't exactly going my way this holiday season. I wanted to review, Rudolph and Frosty, but YouTube is giving me problems. Just like when I tried to do this episode, when I actually had it uploaded for premiere, and then YouTube goes, no, not in my house. We cannot have that. So I'm back and we're doing it again. So we're heading over to the superhero side of things because, believe it or not, there are a couple of superhero episodes from the DC animated universe that I'm going to be checking out. Excuse me. Now you might be thinking that probably that there would be a bunch of them. Sort of. See, for the DC animated properties, Batman is more the superhero that has most of the animated fame, because he's Batman. But also there are some other superheroes that have the fame as well. One of them we'll be talking about when we come back, and another one I have right here from Season 2 of Static Shock called Frozen Out. The only Christmas-themed episode of Static Shock out of all 4 seasons. Which is kind of a shame. Same with the next property that we'll be talking about next time. So, is Static Shock Frozen Out any good? Well, when I reviewed Static Shock Season 2, I highlighted it and talked about why I liked it, so I'd go with yes. So anyways, let's dive into Static Shock Season 2, Frozen Out, and see if this Christmas episode is really as good as people say. Or as I say. And even though this is one of my favorite Static episodes, you should not be surprised about me making fun of this episode. But I do it because I love. So let's dive into Static Shock Frozen Out and see if we should be frozen this holiday season or if we should enjoy it. After the theme song, we see that the holiday spirit of Dakota is bright and bright, as everybody is celebrating the festivities and everybody is prepared for the arrival of Santa. But of course, our favorite electricity-themed superhero is running late to a party because he was doing some festivities upon seeing if there's any crime happening this Christmas, and there's not. As Static is late to Richie's girlfriend's Hanukkah celebration. Yeah, it's kind of nice that they reference another holiday inside of the season that has a lot of holidays. So Richie asks Virgil about everything that's happening and if there's any crime. But there's not, so the two best friends decide, hey, may as well just enjoy the holiday for what it's worth. That is until, mysteriously, there's a power outage. Because of course there is. As everybody wondered why the hell the power is out, so Static goes to investigate. As Static goes and investigates, he finds that the entire frickin' thing had been encased in ice. How and why is never explained, but how did that happen? So, did Permafrost just want the electricity out? Is there a reason why she wanted the electricity to go out? Well, we do understand and realize that Permafrost can't control her Bane Baby abilities, but it still begs the question of, the hell happened for that to happen? Like, if this was her villainous plan, which of course it's not because she's a misunderstood character, more on that later, it just begs the question of, why the hell would she do that to begin with? As Static supercharges his abilities, of course, and basically melts the ice using his static electricity powers, which I'm pretty sure is impossible. That is until it's raining ice! Hallelujah, it's raining ice! It's dangerous and not as nice! As Static escapes, he finds the villainess that's behind everything, Permafrost, voiced by Starfire herself, Hending Roach, but he doesn't realize that it's her behind everything. Meanwhile, Virgil has a date to attend to with Daisy, as he tries to basically romance her while also out Christmas shopping, where the two of them just so happen to run into Permafrost. As Virgil makes up a very pathetic excuse about going away, and he basically just to get shamed and go after Permafrost. As Permafrost is interested in an angel and all she's doing is looking at it, but the guy, the store owner, is being an asshole to her about just looking at the angel and she gives him the cold shoulder. I mean, seriously, all Permafrost was doing was just looking at the angel. She wasn't hurting nothing. She wasn't attempting to steal it. She was just admiring it for whatever that it's worth. And the guy just becomes an asshole towards her because she's a homeless person inside of the store? I really don't understand what the hell that his problem is anyway. As Permafrost runs away, she encases the entire Dakota Mall in snow, but of course by accident because the young lady cannot control her mutant air superpowered abilities. As she, by accident, she runs into her young mother and daughter. As of course she has a flashback to when she used to stay with her terminally ill mother. For the both of them, Christmas was a happy time of year for the both of them, where they got to enjoy each other's company, even though that Permafrost's mother was very terminally ill. But everything took a turn for the worse when Permafrost's mother passes away. Her illness caught up with her, so she had to go in the orphanage, which of course she didn't want to. Even though she would have ended up in a nice orphan home or adopted home, she runs away, not wanting the responsibilities of going anywhere else and wanting to stay with her mom. As Static tried to figure out where our snow-faced villain went to, he does not. But he decides that maybe he can do some good this holiday season by helping out at a local food drive. As Virgil asks his father, and also a church pastor, what's the point of doing all of this if it doesn't gonna make a difference? But they tell him that even a little something helps someone in a big way. Meanwhile, Static chases down Permafrost later on to try to talk to her and try to talk her down out of doing everything, saying that he understands where she comes from and how she feels. That is until Permafrost, I think, has a PTSD flashback, where she sees Virgil as the woman that tried to take her away from her mother, and she just completely lost it and almost takes out Static.
Right now, I will be in my kingdom. What the hell is that?
Static tries to chase her and talk her down until she summons a snow avalanche, where she buries her innocent young hero, and then in device and ending the episode. Okay, fine, I'm just kidding. Static survives his ordeal, but of course he is frozen out. Get it? Get it? Cause it's okay. Well, he enters an old cable car company, where he happens to find a lot of homeless people there, as Static didn't realize that the homeless population was this insanely high. As he tried to look for Permafrost, a woman tells him that she can lead him straight down to where she is, but of course she's not at home. But they don't mind her company and they don't mind her staying. This is where Static basically plays Batman and finds a picture, a photograph of her and her mother, and so he decides to try to take the photograph to see if he can get any information. As of course his church pastor, oddly enough who he brings it to, knows everything about the young girl, that she ran away at a young age, her mother passed away due to terminal illness, and of course she was never found. But the pastor tells Static if he can catch Permafrost and bring him to him, maybe perhaps he can help her out in the best of ways, especially for the holiday season because nobody deserves to be homeless. And so Static attends a tree lighting ceremony where he just so happens to be a special guest it's on, and of course he wants to get the whole thing over with and go and look for Permafrost. Which of course he doesn't need to because Permafrost finds him. She's pissed off that he took her picture and she wants revenge upon Static for doing so. As a superhero versus supervillain in a Christmas brawl, going all out. It's freezing powers against electricity powers, yeah. As instead of fighting her, Static tried to calm her down, which of course he ends up doing so, and he actually understands where Permafrost is coming from because he also misses his mom. I love this little bonding moment of Static and Permafrost. Static misses his mother just as much as Permafrost misses hers, and they do have a nice little bonding moment here. As Permafrost just breaks down upon everything that happened to her, all the hell that she suffered through, and her and Static just share a bonding hug together underneath an angel statue. I see you then, Uri. I see what you were trying to go for. See, before, the angel statue is a nod to Permafrost's mother, who she just misses. So this is a nice way of him saying that her mother is always watching over her. I see what you did there, and also nice touch, and also very touching, and also very, very sweet. So good job on the animating team and the writing team for pulling this off. Very nice work. And so Permafrost is brought toward the pasture where he did say everything that he promised to Static, and so that she'll be brought into the adoption home and hopefully everything will work out for the best. As we cut into Christmas Mass, I know that a lot of people attend that, as the pastor basically said that we should always help out those in desperate times and also those in need. It's a big, beautiful speech, but the pastor basically goes on and on about how we can help those in need, that all of those of less fortune can be basically helped out by little moments, that sort of thing. As Static sheds a single tear in which he asks if he's okay. Static, of course, saying yes, but not exactly sharing everything with his best friend, and the episode ends upon the Star of David. That's not a joke, by the way. The episode does end with the Star of David glowing bright upon in the sea. Like, I know about, I'm a Christian, so I know about the biblical aspect of the Star of David and the Star of Bethlehem being the almighty thing and everything because of what it represents. But this just has me wondering if Jesus is again being born this Christmas night, as he was so many years ago, or if this is just supposed to be a reference as to Permafrost's mother always watching her in the sky. I'm not quite exactly sure what the symbolism is here.
I'm sorry. I literally have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, don't worry. I don't either, Batman. And so that was Static Shock Frozen Out from Season 2. And is it ending decent? I think so. It's very decent. The animation is a little wonky. There's even a point where the mouth is kind of like an old Godzilla movie where the mouth does this. And then the dialogue kind of comes in. There is one moment where he's talking to like the fire department when that happens, or the electric company people. But aside from that, it's very wonderfully animated, and the chemistry between Phil Lamar and Hayden Welch is very, very nice. I really do like how the two of them were really able to bond, and it's kind of sad that Phil Lamar never was in, as far as I know, the not Static Shock, Teen Titans animated series. We don't speak of what happened. We don't speak of that. We don't speak of it. I mentioned it in my Static Shock review, season 4 review. We don't mention it. We don't mention it. But it's very nice. But it's a very nicely done story with a very positive message. One that I really do like. Help those less fortunate, and that's always a positive message in my eyes. That we should always help those less fortunate. Even if you can just give somebody a piece of clothing or just a few dollars, even just to help them out, spare them a little bit of the pain that they're going through. Take them inside of the store and buy them a couple things. Show them that you care. Like, if a struggling single mom can't buy diapers for her baby, be that kind person and buy, if you have the money, and buy them for her. Show a little bit of spirit, of kindness, of joy, of helping those who really do need it, and I'm pretty sure that you will enjoy this holiday season. And so, for Frozen Out, I think that it's a Christmas special that I will always enjoy every single year. It's just a shame that there's no subtitles or closed captioning for somebody hard of hearing like myself, sad for me, but I can still enjoy it for all that it's worth, and it's a really damn good Christmas special. So if you're looking for something new to enjoy, especially to have even Hanukkah brought up in this special, that was really quite something, then be sure to say something in the comments down below. But as for always, I think that Frozen Out is a very good Christmas special that you should check out, especially for this year. So check out Static Shot Season 2 episode of Frozen Out. You might not be disappointed, and you might discover a Christmas gem. Guys, as always, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like, share, comment, subscribe, hit that bell icon to be notified every single time I make an upload. I've been doing the tablet new to keep you on. And also be sure to join me at Twitter with the link in the description down below if you want to help this channel and support it grow. Then the best way to do so is by liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, hitting that bell icon, sharing these videos around the web, all that good stuff. And let me know what your own thoughts and opinions are upon Static Shock Season 2 episode of Frozen Out. Is it one of your favorites? Is it not? Have you seen it yet? And have I captivated you into watching it this Christmas season? Let me know in the comments down below. But we're not done upon the Christmas thing. And also, keep you on, and thank you guys so much for watching. And until next time, take care. because next time we're going to hang out with a team of superheroes that enjoy the holiday season. Next time, we're going to go to Justice League with their Christmas episode, Comfort and Joy.